Okay, for each triangle, write the 3 prime trig ratios related to theta. Express each ratio as a fraction in lowest terms. So we're not solving anything here. They just want us to set up the ratio, okay? Remember from the last lesson we just did, I said it's always based on the angle. So the first thing you want to do is always based on the angle, identify your sides. So here's my angle they're talking about. I know that this side is my hypotenuse because it is across from the 90-degree angle, and it is the diagonal side. I know adjacent is next to that angle, and opposite is across from that angle. So across from that angle is here, so this is opposite. Up there on the side, it is there. Okay, I will create one on this side so it's closer. But we call it SOHCAHTOA. And the reason we say this is because sine of theta is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine of theta is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. And tan of theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. Everyone has seen this before? It might have been a while ago, but you start doing it in grade 9 and 10. Okay, so you have seen it, we just need to get a refresher. So now what this is asking is it's just saying, guys, just don't stay on your phones. I can tell when you're not constantly staring at your crotch, right? Like, no one stares at their crotch that long unless they're cell phone staring. Okay, so all this is asking to do is set up the 3 ratios for each triangle. So once I've identified it, it's not a big deal. Sine of theta is equal to, well, I know it's opposite over hypotenuse. So opposite is 24, and hypotenuse is 26. Okay, I'm going to show you a quick trick to reduce your fraction. Okay, so if you go to, let me just find it on the graphic calculator. Okay, if you go hit the math button, which is in the first row, it's the 4th button down, okay? You'll see that it'll say fraction, number 1. So you hit fraction, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 24 divided by 26. I'm going to hit enter. And then I'm going to go to that math button, I'm going to hit fraction, and I'm going to hit enter. And it'll reduce the fraction for me. So my reduced fraction is, I'll go over again, 1 second. My reduced fraction is 2 or 3. So again, on the graphic, yours is different, Jake. Yours is actually a little easier, so I'll show you in a second, okay? On the graphing calculator, I know it's 24 divided by 26. So I hit 24 divided by 26. I get a decimal. Then I'm going to hit the math button, line 1, and hit enter, and it'll actually reduce the fraction for me. And I might have actually, 1 second, 24 divided by 26. I might have just written down the wrong number the first time. Sorry, it's 12 over 13. Just drop. Okay, does that make sense? All right, next, so that sine, cosine, is adjacent over hypotenuse, so it's 10 over 24. Okay, so this is, what, 5 over 12. 5 over 12. Oh, sorry, oh my goodness, I'm having like a rough day today, huh? Thank you. 26. I'm just looking at the wrong number. So 5 over 13. Okay, and tan, excuse me. Tan of theta is opposite over adjacent. So in this case, it's 24 over 10. Okay. Okay, so that's for the first triangle. The second triangle, I'm just doing the exact same thing. I'm just naming it differently. So this is my angle here, theta. Based on this angle, this is my hypotenuse. This is across from the angle, so it's opposite. And this is adjacent to the angle because it's next to it. So I'm just going to go, okay, well, sine theta is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. So it's going to be 32 over 68. I'm running out of space, so you guys can reduce them, but I just want to make sure you know how to get them into the appropriate form, okay? Cos is adjacent over hypotenuse, so it's going to be 60 over 68. And tan theta is equal to opposite over adjacent, so it's 32 over 60. Okay, again, if you're stuck on reducing them, no big deal, I'll show you how to do it. Yes? So I'm doing 24, hit this one, 26 equals, and then hit equals, and then okay, so this is your fraction. Okay. Everyone good with this? Yes? Everyone sort of vaguely remember it? Remember, opposite and adjacent are always based on the angle you're supposed to be working with. If it says solve the triangle, that means I want all angles, all sides. So that means you pick the angle you want to work with. It cannot be the 90-degree angle. You can never pick the 90-degree angle. Okay, next, determine the length of x to one decimal place. So now I'm actually going to use my trig ratios to calculate a side length, okay? The reason I can't use Pythagorean theorem here is because I only have one side length, not two. I have an angle. So based on this angle, I know that the unknown side is my hypotenuse, and the 4.2 is my opposite. I know that the other side of the triangle is adjacent, but I don't need to identify it because I don't have any information. I don't need it. I don't have the number. Yeah, Aaron.
Are you finding the side? Is it divide or times?
Well, I'm going to show you. Just give me a second, okay? So now I have what uses opposite and hypotenuse? Sine. So I'm going to use sine of theta is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. Sine of, in this case it's 34 degrees, is equal to opposite is 4.2, and hypotenuse is x, is an unknown. Does everyone agree with this? What is every number's denominator, even if you don't see it? What is every number's denominator? 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw 1 in here, and the reason I do that is because I want to use my Zorro. Because that's the easiest, most foolproof way to solve for this. So it's going to be x equals 1 times 4.2 divided by sine 34. So 1 times 4.2 is 4.2 divided by sine 34. Please make sure that your calculator is in degrees.
7.5.
7.5. Awesome. And I am done. My units is meters. Don't forget meters. All right? Okay, next one. Again, I'm going to just switch colors so that you don't mix them up. I identify the given angle. The given angle in this is 30 degrees. I have my opposite side, and I need my adjacent side. I don't care about my hypotenuse because they don't give it to me and I'm not looking for it. So what uses opposite and adjacent? It's on the sideboard right there. Tan. So tan theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. Therefore, tan theta is my degrees, so tan 30 degrees is equal to 1.9 divided by x. Again, I'm just going to drop a 1 underneath so that I can do my Zorro.
Pretty sure it's 1.1.
Okay, I'm just going to write a step here in so that I don't lose people, okay? So x equals 1 times 1.9 divided by tan 30. I'm going to have to come up here. I apologize. X equals. Did everyone else get 1.1 that Aaron got? So 1.9 divided by tan 30. I got 3 point, or how many decimal places? I got 3.3 rounded. So Aaron, just check what you're doing, okay? 3.3 centimeters. 3.3. 2 of us got that number here. Sometimes they're just silly mistakes, right? Is this good? Seems good to everyone? Okay. Now we are calculating an angle based on two side lengths, okay? So again, you always have to work with the angle they identify. So this is the angle we're looking for. We're looking for theta. And based on that theta, we have our hypotenuse and we have our adjacent. So the trig ratio that uses adjacent and hypotenuse is cosine. So cosine of theta is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. So cosine of theta is equal to adjacent is 11, hypotenuse is 15. We actually just want to do the division here because we need the decimal to be able to take our cos of that decimal, okay? So I'm going to go 11 divided by 15 gives me 0.73333. 0.7333 repeated, okay? So this is when I have my decimal. So on my calculator, I'm going to go second function cos, and now I'm going to use my answer button, or you can type in the 7.3333. If you have a graphing calculator, the way you use your answer button is you just hit second again, and you hit the answer or the negative button, which is right next to the equal sign. So I got 42 degrees, rounded to 43. So angle theta is equal to 43 degrees. Did anyone else get that? Yeah? Okay. So you're going to go 11 divided by 15. Okay, you'll get a decimal. Then you're going to go second function cos, then second function answer, and it'll give you 80 degrees. Okay? Because it's the inverse of the function. Okay, next. Based on this angle given, we have our opposite side and our adjacent. Opposite and adjacent is tan, TOA, okay? So tan of theta is equal to the opposite over adjacent. Tan of theta is equal to 11.2 divided by 5.6. So tan of theta is equal to, I'm going to get my decimal here, 11.2 divided by 5.6, and I get 2. Now I'm going to do second function tan 2 equals angle theta is equal to 63 degrees. Remember, when you have the decimal and you need the angle, you always have to do the second function of that trig ratio, okay? The second function of that trig ratio. Sounds good? Am I going too fast? Am I going too slow? I actually don't know that I could go any faster, so I think I'm at my max. All right.